Today I'm going to show you how to quickly rearm any aircraft, so don't worry if it's not the F-16, you want to do this in something else, you can. Now traditionally when we're on the ground, we all know we have that little radio menu. We come down, we ask the ground crew to rearm. You may also have bound a hotkey to get straight to this rearm menu. And traditionally what you'll do is you'll select the whatever that you want from this particular menu. Or if you come to the loadout, you'll see you've got all these default ones here. For example, AIM 120 Bravos, 6 of them and 3 fuels. We select that and we get the loadout there. But you'll notice here, some of these loadouts look a little different. That's because I've made them myself. You won't have them. In this case, the 120 Scram, can you guess what that might be? Well, 120 is on the tip. Ideal for a quick scramble, right? I've also got here a 2x2, but the point is you can put anything here that you want into this particular menu. Why would you want to do that? Well, it's much quicker, clearly, than selecting each one of these manually. And so if you don't have that set up, let's take a look at doing that. And don't forget, you can do this for any aircraft that you like. By the way, this works single player, on your own missions, or multiplayer. But in order to set this up, you need to come into the mission editor. Don't worry. You don't need to make a mission edit. You don't need to make a mission. You don't need to know anything about it. You just need to come into the editor. There are only 2 things that you need to do in order for this to work, and that's it. Number 1, pick the aircraft that you want to use it for. You can, of course, use more than one. You can every one that you've got. We've got the F-16 there, but for argument's sake, let's come down here, and you don't even need to fly it, which is great. So you can quickly go through this. Let's say, for example, the F-18, all right? That's a common aircraft that we all use. And come then over here to the loadout menu. So you don't need to place it anywhere in particular. Just drop it down on the map. Come to your loadout menu. And this is the F-18 as you'll drop it into the editor. And again, we've got the options here to select. But here's where you can create your new one. And or either delete old ones or modify. So let's, for example, say there's this loadout here. We've got a Mike 9 and we've got then a couple of Sparrows on it and 3 fuel tanks. Let's just say, well, I don't think I'm ever going to want such a thing. We'll just select it and press delete. Okay. And now it's not going to be clogging up your rearm menu. You know, that will have been near the top because they always appear in alphabetical order. But let's say you want something new. Just press new. Call it here, whatever. Let's just, again, I'll give it a number so it's near the top. I'm just going to put 1 times test. It will add it onto the bottom of the list, but as soon as we refresh, that will be at the top. And then just put in the stuff as you normally would as if you were rearming. And so in this case, you know, I mean, unless there's a reason not to, typically you're going to have your 9Xs on the tips. Unless there's a reason not to, you're probably going to have a fuel tank in the middle. Then you're going to have your AMRAAM there or your Fox 1, just depends which way you're rolling. And then I like to have the FLIR there. Usually you're going to go with that camera, right? The 28, there is that 228, which is obviously a little smaller, but as you know, with it you lose half the functionality. Just depends what you're building out. And then here is just, I don't know, let's just make it nice and simple. Let's put 3 fuel bags on. And then on the ends, I don't know. Let's go with the AMRAAM just to be lazy. We'll put 2, where are we here? 2 air-to-air Charlies. And we'll do the same over there. So obviously this is a high drag loadout, you know, 3 fuel bags with that setup. But this is a very long range patrol or whatever. In fact, we may even rename this and call it, let's go 3 times bag. Long range cap. There we go. And so of course that's kind of descriptive as to what it is. And now with that done, that's saved, we can exit the mission editor, or in my case what I'm going to do just to prove the point is create a new mission. Are you sure you want to create a new mission? Yes. I might as well go with Syria again, seeing as that's where I was. I'm just going to start with an F-18. I'll put it down here. F-18. Skill player. I'm just going to put it onto the ground and take off from parking hot just so we're ready to go. Let's go from there. Okay. And so now you know the situation. You're logging into your favorite server for the favorite mission, and for the umpteenth time, you're rearming and you've got to select all those separate stations. Well, no more. This time, whatever you like is in there. So we'll come outside, we'll zoom in a little bit, and we'll come over to the radio menu, Groundman, Rearm, Refuel, select Loadout, and what you know, the 3-bag long-range cap. Okay, everything's in there as it was, and that will be exactly like that when you log into your server. If, by the way, you try to create an illegal loadout, so for example, you think, oh, those servers that don't let me use a certain weapon, I can create a loadout here and it'll just put the weapon loadout on there. That used to work, but no more, so don't try it. And so I hope you found that one useful, and until next time from me, take care. Bye-bye.